Ashley from Petfluencer Secrets here, your coach for all things pet influencing. Now in this video, I'm going to be talking you through probably one of my most frequent conversations that I have with coaching clients. And that is, why isn't it working for me? So of course you're coming to this video because you're like, my videos are kind of sucking and I'm not getting views and I have bad engagement and I'm not getting a lot of followers, yada, yada, yada. And you're trying to figure out what you can do to improve that, to make it better, and to actually have the success that you came here for in the first place. So throughout this video, I am going to be referencing the number one reason why people don't succeed, but also giving you a whole bunch of different small tips to help you throughout this journey so that you can make the money that you want to make, so that you can get the follower count that you want to get, and that you can achieve the level of fame that you want as a pet influencer. So let's go ahead and dive right in. If you frequent this channel and you watch my other videos, which I really recommend that you do, you're going to hear me talk about this thing called the 3-month hump. Now, again, I talk about this often because I have to keep reminding my clients, especially the people I work with that are very, very new. I mean, we're talking, they started up this channel 2 weeks ago and they want to grow super fast and essentially replace their income. The thing that is the 3-month hump is essentially this concept that it takes about 90 days to start and establish a new habit. Now, yes, depending on the book you read, depending on the motivational talk that you listen to, everyone has a different opinion as to how long it takes to start and to maintain a new habit, anywhere from 30 days, 90 days, 6 months, or even a year. For me, I've just noticed after not only being in the creator space for years and years, but having worked with lots of creators, is seeing that it's really, really right at the 3 months. And I had learned about this back maybe about 4 years ago, about this concept called the 3-month hump. And it's really this concept where you're pumped. It's like a roller coaster. You're going, and then it gets really, really slow and really hard. And it's usually because you don't have a good return on your investment that you put into it. When it comes to most side hustles, let's be honest, almost any side hustle out there that you are new to, whether it's blogging or if it's trying to write children's books or being an influencer or content creator, there's a huge amount of learning at first, right? It's the learning curve. So at first, there's probably going to be a ton of time that you put into this that you just don't get anything out of. Now it's worth it down the road because of course you've learned it all and it's easy, but at first it's really, really hard. So what happens is, again, around that 3 months, I personally see many people who drop off. They give up or they say, this is not for me. It's not working for me. The algorithm's not in my favor. It worked for them, but not for me. So we need to talk about a few things that can help you battle and overcome this 3-month hump, because I do anticipate that so many of you are very new because you're coming to this channel to learn about pet influencing, to learn about what things to do up front so that you can have success down the road. Now, that in itself is not the number one reason people don't succeed, right? We need to then dive into kind of this part 2 before we actually really get into the big reason why people don't succeed, and then build on with some just helpful tips to help make it so that your channel does look professional and is really built up from the beginning. The second thing that I really need to talk to you about, and I make sure to talk to all of my clients again about this too, is what is your why? Like, why did you actually decide to become a pet influencer? The majority of people say, well, I kind of want to make some extra money. I heard maybe I could make some money off of my pet, off of my dog or my cat, and I want to try it. I love my dog. I love making creative things. So I need to know your why. What is it that is going to actually boost you and motivate you over the next 6 months, 12 months, 36 months down the road? Because this is a business that you're actually starting. This is not just a hobby thing that you can post every now and then and make $1,000 a month. Like, this actually is a business you're starting. So you need something internally, externally, something that is your motivation. Most of the time, again, with my clients, I hear things as, I'm getting older. I really just am sick of my job. I need something different. I need a way to just earn some extra income so I can save up for XYZ, or so I can switch to part-time. I actually have a lot of clients who are in college and they are saying, hey, you know what? I'm just realizing things are super expensive and I just want to receive a couple $100 extra a month just so I can save up for a car, just so I can pay off my debt or something like that. I need to know your why. So just so I can better understand actually where we are at with my followers here on YouTube, I want you to put down in the comments what your why is. Why is it that you want to become a content creator? Why is it that you want to become a pet influencer? Whether you want to be a pet influencer or any sort of influencer, I want to know why so that I can better understand why you guys are here. Let's actually dive into the number one reason why I find that people just don't succeed. Now, this is a mental killer. Okay, this is something that really just will be a burden. This is something that will haunt you, that you'll stay up at night thinking about. And what this is comparing your beginning to someone else's middle. I know this is not something that if you do this wrong, no brand will ever work with you or, something like that. But this is actually something that I have had serious, long conversations with creators about, because too many creators who are new, and when I'm saying new, I'm saying, let's say about 6 months or less into your creator journey. And they say, why did that person post those type of videos and do so good when my videos didn't? Or how come they got that brand deal, but that I didn't get that brand deal? Why did that video go viral, but none of mine have? This is detrimental. This is dangerous. And it's so much easier said than done. So much easier said than done. I'm there, no matter where you're at on the scale of followers or income, you're always going to be comparing yourself, right? Even if you're earning $10,000 a month as a content creator, there are going to be people where they may be at or above you. And you're like, why am I not earning $20,000 a month? Okay, so the concept again of you're always going to be comparing yourself to others around you and saying, why not me? Now, I want to talk through this and tell you why this actually is the big reason why so many people struggle and then fall off. I have to talk to you a little bit first about the concept of the algorithms and the concept of different social medias. So when you post a video, the biggest thing is you just send this off to the algorithm and hope and pray. You hope and pray that it gets lots of views. You hope and pray that it goes viral, right? You hope and pray that a brand sees it and reaches out to you. You just sit and hope and pray. And that's hard. That's hard because it's always this game of trial and error, right? You post a video, you post a photo, and you're just hoping that it was right. You're hoping that you posted it at the right time. You're hoping that you put the right caption. Well, the thing is you start playing this comparison game. So you start thinking, what if I actually posted it at 4 p.m. instead of 6 p.m.? Would that make all the difference? Or what if I actually put this description on the video instead of this one? Would that make all the difference? What if I posted it on YouTube and not on Instagram? Or what if? And I hear this all the time because it then just starts this hamster wheel of, if I do this, then hopefully that will be the secret answer. Well, let me just tell you, there isn't a secret answer. There isn't a secret answer, a secret sauce, a secret code, a secret thing that will make it so your content does better than someone else's. Because in reality, it really boils down to just a few things. First, your content needs to be unique. It needs to be unique. And by unique, it just needs to be different than everyone else's. I just talked to a client literally earlier today who had told me that on her feed, because she's brand new, she has 2,000 followers. She follows many other small creators. And on her feed, she says she'll see the same exact style of video 20 times on her feed. She says it's so annoying and so frustrating because then you kind of get stuck thinking that that's the type of content you need to make. And I'm like, no, you don't want to be posting what everyone else is posting. You need to be unique, different, or creating some sort of style that is of content that is different than everyone else, which again can be really challenging if you're not super creative. If you sit there and recreate everyone else's content or, try to just copy what everyone else is doing, you never are going to be unique, and you need to be unique in some sort of way. The second thing I need you to think about is you need to make relatable content. I also talk about this all the time on this channel. So hopefully I'm going to drill it into that head eventually. Your content needs to be relatable. Now, what does that mean? When your content is relatable, that means the person viewing it can relate to it. Maybe you make a video about your cat doing biscuits and you have some sort of funny caption to it. Well, other people who have cats, their cats probably do biscuits too. And you make that video so it's relatable to other people. You can make video that is controversial. Controversial content does really well. Or videos that are just really, really stupid and funny and entertaining or informational. The concept, what I'm telling you, is to make it relatable in a way that people find it interesting. You want people to find your content interesting in some way. Again, I mentioned a few of those ways of entertaining or informational or just flat out relatable or whatever, because that is what is going to make it so that the people click that like button, comment on your video, and share it with someone in their family or their friends. When you share a video, think of it this way. When you share a video with your sister or with your friend or whatever, what type of videos are you usually sharing? Like, think about Instagram Reels or TikToks. What do you usually share? Well, it's usually something that you and that person can relate to, or it's something that is super stupid or funny, right? Or if it's something that's really interesting and you learned something from. So that ties into those topics that I was talking about. If you are just posting random videos of you and your dog, or of your dog doing something, why do people want to share that? Why would someone want to share that? You have to think of it that way. When you're playing that game of that internal battle game of why am I not doing good, but that person is, look at their stuff. Is their stuff interesting, relatable, informational, entertaining? What is your content? If your content is, again, just random videos of your pet, why would someone actually share that with a friend or family member? So I want you to think about these things because it all ties back into that idea of that 3-month hump, and it all ties back into that concept of when you compare yourself to others, because you want to make your content fun, you want to make it entertaining, you want to make it relatable, but all those things are going to help it so that your content actually gets seen more, actually gets pushed in the algorithm more, and actually helps you grow so that you can achieve your monetary financial goals that you came here and started your channel in the first place for. So why aren't you succeeding? Let's chat down in the comments. But if you haven't already, as a reminder always, if you don't have it already, there are 8 secrets in this free ebook that you can get down in the description below, along with the 2-day free e-course. So go check that out already if you haven't. Comment down below, and I'll see you in the next video.